we develop a process flow chart to show the software execution plan from the user perspective. The first, we started the SigOpt from the left-hand side. Then we are going to initialize the SigOpt by defining the few important parameters as below. The first one is the hyperparameter initial boundary. The next one is evaluation matrix threshold. And also the experiment budget. For our implementation, we use about 100 budget for each experiment. The next one is a computation resource, which depends on the availability of number of the accelerator we are planning to use. The last one is a parallel run budget. For example, if we are going to plan to use 64 accelerator, we can define the parallel bandwidth 2. Then we can run 2 sets of the 32 accelerator for the experiment. That's going to help us to speed up the experiment. Then we are going to start the create and configure the experiment. From this point, this is our main execution plan. Our main execution plan has been divided into 2 major loops. The one in the center, dash dot line, that's our inner loop. And the bigger one, the dash line, that's our outer loop. So in the inner loop, which is the user and the SigOpt interface, that's when we run the experiment, we fetch the hyperparameter suggestion from the SigOpt. Then we are going to execute those hyperparameter by training our deep learning model and evaluate if the performance pass the matrices or not. And then we keep going down and turn left. We are going to transfer the matrix back to the SigOpt. And during this process, we can tracking the process from the SigOpt dashboard. And then we reach to the point if we're going to evaluate if we reach to the maximum budget or not. If not, we are going to continue running this loop, keep iterate until we reach to the maximum budget that we define.